Okay. Okay. So today we'll discuss and we'll close this. So today we'll discuss the performance tuning, the concepts called rebuild indexes, reorganize, update statistics. Okay, we'll see that one. So we have already seen yesterday some couple of things. Okay, so how to identify the missing indexes, how to identify the execution plans we have already seen. So I'm just reminding, just the rebuild and reorganize the indexes. So this is the basically completely depends on the fragmentation. Okay, I will show you practically. So is it practically working or not? So first I am going to take the one simple query. Okay, where is the fragmentation query? 1 second. Okay, just to check the fragmentation. 1 second. Yes, I paste somewhere. Okay, so if you see this query, so now I'm executing this query on what is this one? 1 second. Okay, so this is the fragmentation identification query. Now I am selecting the Adventure 2019 database. Now I am executing this query. Now it is showing what are the indexes is created on that database. The database name is showing as the first column Adventure Works, the next schema name, under the schema object name, under this index. So just a minute, I am showing the hierarchy. See, you all aware of it, right? The basic how it is working in one server, right? In one server, you may create multiple databases. In one database. Okay, like the DB1, comma DB2. So like that, you can create a number of databases. So in one database, in one DB, let's consider any DB. Let's take the DB1. In one database having multiple schemas. Multiple schemas. So you can create a number of schemas. Schema 1, comma, schema 2, and so on. The names is your choice. You can give whatever the meaningful names. Under one schema, under one schema, you can create multiple objects. Okay, again in the objects in the sense either a table or function or procedure. Procedure in the sense stored procedure. Function, procedure, table, view, trigger, etc. So these are all comes under objects. Okay. Next, in one object. So I said you right, object one. That means you can let's consider tables. Table 1, table 2, This is the basic hierarchy. Just I am reminding you, maybe just refreshing if you know it also. So like that, you can create a number of tables. Let's take a one table, table one. In one table, we have multiple columns, right? In one table, you have multiple columns. This is the known thing. At the same way, in one table, at the same way, in one table, in one table, we can create multiple indexes. Multiple indexes. Again, coming to the indexes, again two types. Cluster index, only one per table. One per table. Okay, only one cluster index we can create for one table. At the same way, you can create multiple non-clustered indexes. Non-clustered indexes. Multiple non-clustered index per table. You can create n number of non-clustered indexes. Okay, so you got the structure right. This is the first one, SQL server, one MS SQL server. This is the server. In that one server, you can create multiple databases. In one database, you have the multiple schemas. In one schema, you can create multiple objects. That means multiple tables. In one table, you can create multiple columns. The index, if you have one table, you can create multiple indexes. In one index, you can create the index or table having multiple columns. You may create a one clustered index per table, and you can create multiple non-clustered indexes for each table. So these indexes, where you need to create indexes, will create on columns with the corresponding tables, right? So I hope you clear, right? So now we can move to the what I told you. I think you got the clear now. See what it is showing here: database name, schema name. Under schema, object name is nothing but tables, and each table we have the multiple indexes. Okay, that indexes may have the categories like the clustered index and non-clustered index. On each index, there is the page count, the internal architecture, we already know it. The last column which is there, right, this is the very important now. The average fragmentation. The fragmentation value, it should be less than 10, it would be the good performance. If it is greater than 10 and it is keep on increasing, your application is keep on using the tables, keep on using and updating, the fragmentation is nothing but the internal memory value of that pages. It is keep on up and down. If it is increasing, your performance, it is going down in a fraction of seconds. So we can't identify. If you identify thoroughly, then the application point of view, we can able to understand. So if you run the queries, we can't find out until unless the time will be shown. Okay, let's assume this is the first index. Okay, this is the first index, right? This first fragmentation value, it is the value is called what? This is the 50%. Okay, this is the clustered index on this table, on this database. Now what I am doing, so I told you, right? So based on the fragmentation value percentage, we need to go for the reindex or rebuild or reorganize the indexes. So now I am doing the 50%. So now I am going with the rebuild the index. So what is the query, right? What is the query? Simple query. You can use it here. Okay. So what is the syntax? Alter table name. This is the table name. Employee pay history. This is there in the schema. If it is the default schema, DBO schema, you no need to mention also, it will take automatically. But if you have a separate user defined schema in the database, you need to mention the specific schema. Otherwise, this table where it is there, it is very difficult to identify to the SQL compiler. So that's why the SQL engine, it is can't identify the where it is table. For example, if it is the DBO schema, that is the by default schema. So for example, here it is one table is there. So this is not mapping to anything. This is the DBO schema. Also, if this is the DBO schema means you can directly mention the table name. That will be automatically considering as a DBO. First verifying in the DBO. See, by default, if you create any schema, it is showing in the DBO only. Until unless if you can identify any schema name, you can create and you can map it, then only goes to that table to that particular schema. So now the table name is there in the human resource schema. That's why we need to mention alter table name is there in this schema name dot table name. If you want to access the complete structure, server name dot database name dot schema name dot table name dot column name, like that. If you want to access an absolute path, that is the different when you discuss about the linked servers, we will see. Now just I am rebuild the index of this table. Alter table name is in the schema. That's why I mentioned the schema name dot table name. Schema name alter table name. Sorry. Alter index name. I wrote the wrong one. Alter index. What is the index name? This is the index name. I'm doing the index right. Okay. Alter index name on table name. The table name is there in the schema name dot table name with rebuild. They simply mention the rebuild. So if I execute this, okay, what is this value? The first one, let's assume the first one, the 50%, right? Once I execute this, the value should be, it is come down to less than 10. Let's see practically is it working or not. Okay, now I am executing. After execute again, I will fire the query. Now it is executing successfully. Is it practically done or not? Let's see again, execute the query. What is the value? Again it is showing same, it is not done. Okay, so the rebuild is not done any changes. Let's change the reorganize. Okay, let's check the value. So what is the value now? 0. That means what is happening? So this is reset to, see, sometimes rebuild, if you read the rebuild also, it may not get any change, means go for the reorganize. So now it is showing 0. That means my index is freshly reset up. Drop it and recreate it with the same names. That will be doing by the internally. So now with the performance, it will be the more faster. So previously 50% using. Now if you want, you can try this one. Like that you can do it. I hope you all clear, right? The next one, we'll move to the next one. Update statistics. How it is updating. Next I will tell you the process. Okay. So this is nothing but, I think you all aware of it, right? The statistics is very important, crucial role playing in nowadays. The data analytics part, power analytics part. Let's take any game. Let's take the cricket game. If any batsman or player enters into the ground, what we are seeing on the screen, if the player came, who is the name of the player, how many matches he played, how many centuries he run, how many half centuries, how many wickets taken, how many matches played, when he joined, how many years. Everything is showing the pictorial data, right? That is called analytics. That is called statistics. That statistics, if keep on update, then only we are getting the accurate results. If you are not updating his updates, you are getting, he played 10 matches, but you are not updated latest match. It is showing your old updates. So same way in database also, internally the SQL Server architecture, it will update the statistics of your database. Each and every database, each and every table, each and every column, he will maintain a separate statistics. Based on that, your data will be moving very fast. Okay. Where we can see, right? Okay, in the management, okay, when you go to the, okay, your agent is not started. Okay, 1 second. I think here the not option is not available. Okay, right. If you see here, when you go to the table, when you go to the any database, you can expand it. Okay, and expand the any table. Okay, you can expand any table. What it is showing? It is showing different values, right? First one is columns, constraints, keys, triggers, index, and statistics. This statistics should be always, it should be an update. If that's why the call name it has called as a update statistics. This statistics, how it is updating, that we are not doing anything. The SQL server internally, it will maintain some statistics tables. That statistics tables, when it is going to be updated, we need to create a one maintenance plan, and we need to schedule that update statistics. Just that job it will be run internally. SQL Server engine, it will be updating all the latest updates over the table. That we can't do anything what is going on. So, and which table it is running, we can able to see, but what it is running internally, we can't see. See, simply if you expand the tables, you will get so many statistics. This statistics is also completely working on your indexes. Your indexes is creating on your tables. Your tables data is presenting on the database. Your database values are getting very fast, means that is depending upon the indexes. Your indexes and as well as statistics. Your indexes is based on the performance values, based on the either rebuild or reorganize. That maintenance plan also we need to maintain and implement it. At the same way, we need to do the from the update statistics. Okay, just if you go to this, if you expand it, if it is showing the statistics, okay, the statistics is whatever the table is there, so it will be asking and adding it. You can enter the name. Okay, so we need to enter the name of the statistics S1 and you can click it. So now the statistics is created. Okay, one new statistics on, okay, on any table or anything you can able to validate. So if you want to evaluate, nothing, because the we don't have much data, right? That's why it is not showing anything. See, basically this is the see, the update statistics provides a query optimizer with the best possible information for generating the query plans. Statistics are updated when they created or modified. This is periodically updating by SQL Server itself. There is no any manual intervention unless the administrator has disabled the automatic update statistics. See, wanted గా disable చేస్తే తప్ప, so it will never stop. It will execute always. So because this is the Express edition, so we can't see the much update statistics maintenance plans. Okay, tomorrow I will connect it to the one more laptop. I will show you update statistics, how we can run on the entire database. Okay, so that is for the update statistics. It's simple. We are nothing is doing, internally updating the values based on our usage of the last modified information based on the records. And the next one, disk IO. Disk IO is nothing but very simple. So how the disk is using, so for identifying the values in the disk. So here also a very simple command. So it is a very simple command. So how we can check the disk space and disk usage. Okay, so there will be a simple command. This is for disk usage, xp underscore fixed drives. When you execute this command, it is showing how many drives are there in your server, and it will be showing what is the space of the drive. So in this drive, D drive and C drive are there. This is the available memory space. And we can execute this query. You will get to know what is the IO usage. So if you run this, the input output usage of that particular disk usage. So we can see the number of read writes and everything. So this is about the basic details. See the end last one, the network issues means we can't see the network things here more. So we will just see the it is a connection is happened or not. We can see the network administrator is there. He will verify the how the data packets are transferring from server to the server. Okay, how it is going from prod server to DR server. So like that he will analyze and he will give the details information. See if any